G'day, I'm Rob Paxavanis and welcome to Fishing Australia. Unfortunately, this is the last show of this first series, but fear not, we'll be back bigger and better very soon. For this next half hour, we thought we'd take a trip down memory lane and visit some of the special places and some of the classic catches of this first series. So hang on to your armchairs, this is going to be a whole heap of fun.
Remember the kingfish in Sydney Harbour? What about the awesome hammerhead shark and Andrew's monster trout? Keep watching for these fish and many, many more.
Adrian's dropped down a jig, which is a metal lure. He dropped that 3/4 of the way down to the bottom amongst the school of fish and wind it up really quick. And wango, he's into one. The kingfish on the eastern seaboard of Australia were in a lot of trouble here going back a few years because they had a thing called a fish trap, which was a commercial thing, which is basically a big round cage, and the fish swim into that, and the more fish that are in it, the more that are attracted to it, and they swim around and around in this thing, and they basically can wipe out a whole school of fish. But where the real problem was, when the sea was too rough for the professional fishermen to go and collect these traps, all the kingfish would get stuck in this trap for too long and they'd all die and get totally wasted, which was a real shame. So now one of our ministers has banned the traps and the kingfish are back. There's one over there. Paul's just got that in on the other side. He's feeling it too, they really fight hard. Because he's close, we're not going to bother about netting him, I'll just tail grab him. Like I said, you don't really want to sort of do any silly things, just take it easy. You can see he's hooked good. Come on, boy. Put your hand on his tail, and there he is. Like I said, the kings are back. Okay, Mick Henderson here, one of the crew, has got a bit of a nibble on the big striped tuna bait with the big hooks that you saw earlier. More than likely a shark, but there's been all sorts of things caught here at the Port Stephens Interclub tournament. There's been some blue marlin. The balloon's popped off, it's definitely a fish on there. He's going to hit it now. See if he comes up tight. He's tight on something. He's tight on something. This is looking good. Okay. Okay, we've got the belt on now, the harness, so that Mick can relax a little and save his energy because it looks like we might be in for a pretty long fight. Okay, this looks like a really good tiger shark. We might only get one shot at the trace. Now, that's 15 kilo line, the trace is very heavy, you know, you're talking 500-600 pound wire or more. When one of these guys grabs that trace, all hell is going to break loose down here. And that might be the only shot the guys get, otherwise we're up for another 2, 3, 4 hours before we see the fish again. Okay, here's the trace now. It's the leading fish for the day. It's quite possibly a good prize for this. This is a serious hammerhead. We're going to pull him up in a minute and give you a look at him. You just have to hang on just that little bit. This is a mean fish. Well, Mick's taken a well-earned break for now, that is. We've got a hammerhead tied up at the back of the boat, ready to take back to the weigh station tonight. And believe it or not, the boys are putting more burley in, ready for another big fish. Right, I've got one fish on this, and there's a whole heap of other ones behind him. So I'm going to just drop this lure down and jig the other one until I hook up. Shouldn't take long. Oh, they're after it? Okay, he's on. All right, I've got two now. Got the second one smaller. Hey, okay. All right, there's number one. Okay, there's fish number one. He's got that lure all tangled up. I'll just get this other one up. He looks a bit bigger. You wait there for a minute, matey. Come on. Oh, there's so many tails down there. This is just fantastic. I'll just get this one off first. Look at this one here. I'll pop him back in the water. If you've ever dreamed of spoiling yourself, check this place out. The Novotel on Lake Krakenbach. A beautiful open fire, all the luxuries you could ever want, but there's a much better reason for someone like me to be here. Come and check this out. When they say Novotel on Lake Krakenbach, they mean right on Lake Krakenbach. Have a look at this for a balcony. Right on the water, there's trout in the lake, so we're going to wet a line, kick back and enjoy the view, and it's even snowing for us. Well, we had a quick fish last night, but I couldn't resist the hospitality of the people here in the high country. But this morning, it's a different story. I just had to wet a line again. So during breakfast, sitting in front of the warm fire, I dangled a rod out here and I've got a little nibble. And that's the beauty of this place. It can be blowing a blizzard out here, yet you can still fish. It's really unique in that respect. So let's go and have a look what this fish is. It's only a little bloke, but it could be interesting. Just wait for him to come again. Now, one thing that happens here, you'll notice, as soon as I get him up in the wind, oh, he's getting wind chill there because the wind is colder than the water. There he goes. Now this is a very special little trout. That's about the average size, but this is what's known as a brook trout. They've got those really bright spots and the white fins. That's the way you distinguish them. Now the brook trout is a native fish to North America. And you think it's cold up here, it's only just starting for these guys. These guys like it for about 1,200 metres and higher up. They really love that cold water. Now they're really good eating. They do get a fair bit bigger in here. I think I've found out what's been pinching our bait. The old Houdini fish, the leather jacket. Just green him up to show you. Come on. Try and lift him up here. I hope he stays on. There you go. Oh. Okay, there you go. Wow, how unlucky was he? Got him right in the lip. That's the 6-spine leather jacket. Usually they have 6 spines here, you can see there. Sometimes they only have 4 or 5, but they are called a 6-spine. Beautiful purple colour in them. The meat on these fish runs from about there back, but there is a bit of meat in the head as well, so it's quite nice eating there, so don't forget that if you need it for a feed. You can see his spike there on the top. Those famous sharp teeth there that just chew around any hook. The secret to fly fishing here in the tropics is to keep covering ground, because the fish here are super hungry and you've got to put your fly over him. If he's not home, keep moving. We've got a nice fish on here, it's really strong. I don't know what it is yet. Oh, beautiful coral trout. How about that? Now that is a pretty good catch on a fly rod. Pretty hard to do, but if you stick to those rules that I taught you, you can come out and try it. Look at that. Coral trout on fly. Woohoo! We split the kids up because there was absolutely nothing at all biting, and we just come into the shade here because it was quite hot. Wanted to play a bit sun smart because we didn't want the kids to get sunburned, and we just looked around and tried throwing a little bit of burley in different places like I've often said. If something doesn't show up in a couple of minutes, change. And Olivia has hooked onto a monster, far bigger than we ever expected, and something that would be the envy of many fishermen here. Have a look at that! That's a ripper, mate. You have won the day by a long shot, I think. A sure shout for ice creams for everybody. That's a golden trevally. It just about ripped the hand line out of her hands, and that is a whole heap of luck, because I'll tell you what, anglers about 5 times your age with about 5 times your talent could fish all over this island for a long time and not see one of these. That is a sensation. Oh boy, you want to have a touch of it? All she said to me was, I've got something here, and then the hand line started spinning. That's a huge trevally. What do you think of that, mate?
It's pretty good.
Say something, you're speechless. All right, we're going to pop this guy back in the water because they're not much chop for eating. They're just a sport fish. And unhook it. Is this your first fish?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear him going grunt, grunt, grunt? These are actually known as a grunter. A lot of trevallies will do that. And I tell you what, you're real lucky to catch this. Righto, Jim, get that in, mate. He's got it. Oh! How are you? That was pretty easy, wasn't it, mate? Hey, mate. Oh, look at that! Oh, yeah, sensational. A bit of a buzz. Now, what do you got to tell your mates over there at this point, mate?
That's too easy.
Too easy? You think they're doing something wrong over there?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll tell you what, he's giving it to them. Now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're fishing for. You've got to what's called match the hatch, and that means use what the fish are eating. You could use a normal barramundi fly in this situation, and it could be very hard to actually hook them. So you got to match the hatch, or you won't catch the catch. All right, we've just about got him. We've got a little bit left in him, but his head's starting to come up. Jimmy's done the right thing. He's pretty cool under pressure. He hasn't sort of gone too hard on the fish. He's just playing it nice and easy. What it's all about. And this is his biggest fish on fly, so it's a pretty impressive effort.
This week's Konica capture and release is Jimmy Holbeck's barramundi. The barramundi sure gave James a fight, but in true wallaby fashion, James persisted and won out in the end. And after some quick pictures were taken, the barra was released to fight another day. With the Konica KD400, the world's smallest digital camera that can capture images at a whopping 4 megabyte file size, we took all the pictures we needed and can either print them, email them, or put them up on the web. Well done, Jimmy, and well done, Konica.
I'll tell you what, my sponsors have got some good gear. You want to check them out on our website. Look at that! Ah, yeah! Ha ha! Woo! Now, she's had her explosions. They typically play dead and blow out. Like, the minute you touch them, just go boof and just take off. But I think she's done. Now, when I say think, she could clean bowl me over. I mean, this fish can swallow a small child, right? I've got her. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You want me to take the rod? No, it's okay. I'm going to lip grab her. I should have gloves. This is going to shred the hell out of my hands. I'm going to lip grab her. Oh, blue eyes. Now, I knew this fish. I've actually caught her before. Now, that's a very, very important message for Australian anglers. To kill this fish would be a crying shame. I wouldn't, you know, skite about killing a fish like this to anyone, because these days modern anglers will just think you're an absolute idiot. Killing this fish and putting it on the wall, big, big no-no. This fish is older than me. And I'll tell you what, if you do that, mate, just hang your head in shame. But I'll tell you what, if you want to smile and make everybody else smile, take a photo of her in environment with a smile on your face and all that stuff, and put that on the wall. Blow it up to the biggest size you can, and then you can see, way back, you know, 20 years ago, you'll see the smile on your face and everything like that, you know? Don't put a fish like this on the wall, please, you know? And if you do, don't tell me about it, I don't want to know. Okay, I'm going to lip grab her. Like I said, she might shred me. Hand, oh boy. Oh, look at that! Hey, hey, hey! Woohoo! Oh, it's a behemoth. Oh, definitely one of the bigger fish in here. My friend's just going to get some stills. That's it. I've never caught a fish like this on fly before. I've got plenty on lure and bait, but not on fly. She's a wonderful fish, an absolute wonderful fish. Look at the colours. This is the one place that you can see Murray cod swimming around, Googong Reservoir in the ACT. It's a model for freshwater fisheries around Australia. Okay. It's only been 2 seconds and Justin's evening the score already. We're not sure what he's got on here. There's fish everywhere here at the moment. It's mayhem on the Great Barrier Reef. That's the way, mate. Try and lift that and wind on the way down. Take the pressure off the ears. That's the way. Nice, long, higher, then drop him. That's the way, mate. Make it easy for yourself. That's the way. How you feeling there, champ?
All right.
You're all right? Good, good.
Doing a lot easier than build it, that's for sure.
You are? Yeah. Have a look at him. He's looking pretty good. 2-1. Justin's hit first place again with his beautiful Mac tuna.
Now I'm here today with Dean from Akuma, and he knows these waters and the fish that are in it. So Dean, what can I expect today?
We're going to go out, Amy, and catch some flathead today with a bit of luck. We're going to use some storm soft baits, and all we have to do today is really get the colour right, and we should get some fish.
Fish, oh yeah! He's a fighter. Okay. Oh dear. Look at him, he's a beauty. I get so excited. I told you ladies first.
Have a look at this. This is an exceptional trout. It's running upstream, and I'll tell you what, I'm really nervous because this fish is quite a bit bigger than anything we've seen even today. Just a steady beat, really big head shakes, and he's swimming into the current. So not only fighting Andrew's line, he's battling a raging current here. Look at the size of that brown trout. If you can see it back home, it is a monster. Now, it's amazing how fisheries can come good and bad, because this is exceptional trout fishing. Oh, it is a perler. I'm going to have to sneak down here. Andrew, I'm going to have to chase him for you, mate. Oh, I hope all this holds together. Oh, look at the size of that trout. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's a 10-pounder for sure. All right, Andrew, go easy, mate, go easy. Go easy, Andrew. You're going to have to try and drop him back into the net. This is a team effort. Oh, look at that. That is a monster, Andrew. You've topped a lot. That is a perler. I'll tell you what, that is a once-in-a-lifetime trout. You could easily go 10 years and not see a trout like that, Andrew. I'm speechless. What do you say, mate?
Well, I'm pretty much the same. It's got to be one of the biggest, or the biggest thing I've ever seen in a river, let alone caught.
And to top it off, he actually saw it in the stream and cast to it. That is amazing. That is easily 10 pounds. That is a cracker. Look at it. Oh!
Now that Murray cod was amazing, Olivia showed the more experienced anglers how it's done, and the barras sure can fly. Well, that just about wraps it up for now. It's been great having you aboard, and we've got some real exciting plans for the next series. Before I go, I'd like to say a special thanks to the sponsors who helped make this show possible. Nissan, we've covered a lot of rough territory together, and she hasn't skipped a beat the whole time. Thanks also to Konica. As you know, in this program, we let a lot of our fish go, especially the big breeders, and it's been great to have Konica capture the proof for us. Thanks also to the crew. We've worked really hard together, and it's been a lot of fun. And most of all, a special thanks to you for help making this show the great success that it's been. I'm Rob Paxavanis. Until we meet again, from all the team at Fishing Australia, we'll see you on the water.